From the youngest serial killer to the most violent child murderers, these 5 kids in prison will make you shiver. Meet the 5 most dangerous kids in prison. Number 5. Beaver Brothers. We begin with the Beaver Brothers, whose motive for murder was shockingly twisted. These siblings had a disturbing desire for fame. In 1996, at the ages of 15 and 16, they callously took the life of their own younger siblings and parents. Suffocating and stubbing them to death, they believed that committing such a heinous act would grant them the notoriety they craved. As a consequence, both brothers were found guilty of first-degree murder and are now serving life sentences. Number 4. Mary Bell. Our next killer is Mary Bell, who committed her crimes at the young age of 11 years old. In 1968, in Newcastle upon Tyne, England, Bell strangled 2 young boys, aged 3 and 4 years old. She had a history of abusive behavior and had previously harmed other children. Bell was found guilty of manslaughter on the grounds of diminished responsibility and was sentenced to a life term, eventually being released in 1980 at the age of 23. Number 3. Sierra Halseth and her boyfriend. In March 2021, Sierra Halseth and her boyfriend Aaron Guerrero were charged with the murder of Sierra's father. The couple, aged 16 and 18 respectively, lured Sierra's father into the garage where they beat and stabbed him to death. It was later discovered that the two had discussed committing the murder for months prior. The motive behind this crime remains unclear, but both are currently being held in custody without bail. Number 2. Lionel Tate. 14-year-old Lionel Tate made headlines in 1999 when he was accused of murdering a 6-year-old girl while he was detained in her mother's home. Tate, who weighed more than double the victim, claimed that her death was accidental when he imitated pro wrestling moves on her. He was tried as an adult and sentenced to life without parole. However, in 2004, his sentence was overturned and he was released on parole after pleading guilty to a second-degree murder charge. Number 1. Finally, we have Amarjit Sada, known as the youngest serial killer in the world, who was just 8 years old when he was arrested for the murders of his 6-year-old cousin and a 7-month-old baby girl in India. The brutal manner in which the children were killed showed an alarming level of savagery and cruelty. He was placed in a juvenile home for 3 years and is now believed to be released under the custody of his family with psychiatric supervision for rehabilitation. There you have it, our list of the top 5 most cruel and dangerous kids killers currently in prison. Although they may have been young, they committed grave crimes that caused severe damage and loss. Our thoughts are with the families and friends of the victims of these senseless acts of violence.